Tomorrow is election day. As with many elections, the country seems closely divided. What we can unite on is the prayer that whoever wins, whether it was our candidate or not, our leaders are wise and do the right thing, and we all join together to make a better life for ourselves, our communities, and our country. To quote my favorite Yogi, Berra, the future ain't what it used to be. The reason for that is the choices we make now. We're told every election that this is the most important election ever, and it may be true because all we have is now, and the choice we make now is the most important one. What choices will ensure a successful future for our country, and which ones will ensure a successful life for you? Elections remind us that we are always at choice. We are always at choice. Not just on election day, but every day, every moment. We choose our lives. We choose how we approach everything in life. As Ernest Holmes wrote, we cannot live a choiceless life. Every day, every moment, every second, there is choice. If it were not so, we would not be individuals. Not to choose is to choose, as the Firesign Theater used to remind us. Each of us chooses what is in our lives in every moment, consciously or subconsciously, so we may as well do it consciously. It's about our choices. What we choose shows up in our lives. Raymond Charles Parker told us, your life becomes the thing you have decided it shall be. What are you choosing? Look around you. Look at what's happening in your life. How's your health? How are your finances? Your relationships? Do you like what you see? If not, as A Course in Miracles reminds us, choose once again. But if we always have a choice, why do we have so many limitations, so many obligations, so many situations in which we seem to have no choice? Partly it's the collective unconscious, as Jung called it, the ideas that float around in the subconscious mind of humanity, of the human race, and can easily bind us if we don't actively choose what we desire. We must actively choose our good. Why do we do that? Well, Barker says every choice has a payoff. He recalled going to see a congregant in the hospital. He prayed and treated with her, and she began to recover. Thank you, Dr. Barker, she said. I feel much better now. That's good, Barker said. Soon you can get up, go back to work, get back about your routine. To which she responded, I think I feel a relapse coming. Her illness had its payoff, freeing her for a while from her ordinary life, her work, her finances, her family situation, and she wasn't quite ready to let go of that. Circumstances like poverty also have their payoff. It's amazing how well individuals and organizations take care of those with limited resources. But as a radio host I was listening to recently pointed out, it's harder to get off free stuff than to get off alcohol or drugs. Emma Curtis Hopkins says that there is good for me and I ought to have it. Choose the good. Don't get hooked on the payoff of illness, poverty, or other conditions. Eric Butterworth tells us, and it's an important moment in your life when you discover for yourself the great truth that things may happen around you and things may happen to you, but the only things which really count are the things which happen in you. The things that happen in you are the things that matter. The things that happen to you or around you are simply the product of not actively choosing the good. As the old saying goes, not to choose is to choose. A writer called Sallies, who writes on the website personalexperience.co, that we always have a choice. Sallies wrote, Sometimes you may not recognize that you have a choice because the circumstances are daunting. They overpower you to the point where life looks like it's just a series of constraints, and you don't feel that you have any power or choice over what you're facing. However, as all these writers have pointed out, you always have a choice. Every action you take or don't take is a choice. How you react to circumstances is a choice. Just as we do when we vote, hopefully, we need to know what we're choosing. Choose the best and feel good about it. Right choices lead to right conditions. Wrong choices lead to wrong conditions. Choose well.